Every year, more than 9 million seniors set sail hoping for relaxation, sunsets, and unforgettable memories. But many don't realize that cruising after 65 is changing fast. New 2026 rules, hidden health risks, and onboard policies could affect your safety, your wallet, and even your ability to get off the ship before you book your next cruise. What's this? Because what you don't know in 2026 could ruin your vacation or cost you thousands.
The ocean has always held a special kind of magic, especially for travelers over 65 who dream of peaceful days at sea, warm sunsets, and unforgettable adventures. But as we move into 2026, something is changing quietly, significantly, and in ways many seniors aren't prepared for. Cruise lines around the world are updating their safety protocols, medical requirements, and passenger guidelines, and these new rules affect older travelers more than anyone else. What you're about to hear could save you money, protect your health, and possibly prevent your dream vacation from turning into a nightmare. Before you book your next cruise, listen closely, because cruising after 65 in 2026 is not the same as it used to be. Every year, millions of seniors step aboard massive floating cities ready for relaxation and adventure. But behind the scenes, cruise companies have been pressured by insurance providers, risk assessors, and international safety regulators to make big changes. These changes aren't being advertised, they quietly appear in fine print or show up only when passengers arrive at the port. Many travelers won't learn about these new rules until the moment they re-standing at the check-in counter, confused and frustrated. That's what makes this information so important. If you don't know these senior-specific policies ahead of time, you might be denied boarding, lose your money, or face serious safety challenges once you're already at sea.
One of the biggest changes coming in 2026 is the introduction of pre-boarding mobility and health assessments for older passengers. You may be asked to walk a short distance unassisted, step up onto a small platform, or demonstrate that you can stand steadily without support. These assessments are not meant to discriminate. They're designed to ensure that, in the event of an emergency, every passenger can safely navigate the ship. Elevators shut off during musters and emergencies, and seniors must be able to use stairs in urgent situations. If a passenger over 65 cannot complete these simple mobility tasks, the cruise line may require them to show medical clearance or, in some cases, deny boarding entirely. Many travelers don't realize that cruise companies have the legal right to refuse passengers who they believe may not be safe at sea. Another major update for 2026 involves required medical documentation. Some cruise lines are beginning to request proof of stable health for passengers with heart conditions, lung diseases, recent surgeries, or balance issues. If you rely on oxygen, mobility scooters, or walkers, you might need a note from your physician stating that you're fit to cruise. And as more cruise lines move towards stricter safety standards, passengers over 70 may be required to submit medical forms before sailing. These new rules are meant to prevent emergencies far from shore, where medical resources are limited and evacuation can be extremely expensive. Speaking of cost, financial risks for senior cruisers are becoming a major concern. Medical evacuations from cruise ships can cost between $25,000 and $95,000 depending on location and severity, and Medicare does not cover treatment outside the United States. This is why travel insurance, especially plans that include emergency evacuation, is becoming mandatory for seniors with certain medical histories. Some cruise lines are already requiring insurance for guests over 70, and more are expected to adopt this policy across 2026. There are even rumors that a few companies are preparing to introduce senior protection fees to cover increased onboard medical staffing. Whether or not that becomes standard, the trend is clear. Health-related costs at sea are rising, and seniors need to be prepared. Cabin regulations are shifting as well. If you have mobility limitations, a cruise line may require you to book an accessible cabin. These rooms are limited and often more expensive. In 2026, if accessible cabins are sold out, the cruise line may cancel your booking rather than allow you to stay in a standard room where you might be unsafe during an emergency. This is a surprise for many travelers, especially those who assume they can bring wheelchairs or scooters on board without restrictions. But ship design, hallway width, and muster procedures make accessibility a serious safety issue, which is why cruise lines are tightening their rules. Onboard procedures are also becoming more Some ships are adding special safety briefings for older passengers, while others are offering optional mobility assistance services. These options may come with additional fees, but they help ensure that seniors feel supported during lifeboat drills, port departures, and longer walks across the ship. Another significant change involves tender ports destinations that require passengers to board small boats to reach shore. Many seniors have difficulty stepping into tender vessels, especially when the ocean is rough. Some cruise lines are now advising passengers over 65 with balance issues to avoid itineraries with frequent tender ports. If conditions are unsafe, seniors may be denied the ability to go ashore for their own protection. Choosing the right cruise line in 2026 will matter more than ever. Newer ships, especially those built after 2018, tend to have wider hallways, better designed elevators, more accessible bathrooms, and improved medical centers. Some cruise lines are marketing themselves as senior-friendly by offering stability-focused ship designs, lower passenger density, and advanced medical technology. Seniors should also pay attention to avoid extremely long sailing days, high-heat destinations, or ports with uneven terrain. The goal isn't to limit your freedom, it's to help you enjoy a safer, smoother experience. Preparing before you book will be essential. Seniors should schedule a pre-trip medical check, even if not required. Booking early is more important than ever because accessible cabins sell out quickly. Travel insurance with cancel for any reason coverage can protect your investment if your health changes before departure. Always pack medications in your carry-on. Bring extra prescriptions and keep mobility aids in good condition. A simple doctor's notes explaining why you need a walker or scooter can prevent long delays during boarding. Likewise, understanding your limits, knowing when to rest, when to skip a long excursion, and when to choose a calmer itinerary will help you enjoy your trip without unnecessary stress. Cruising after 65 can still be an amazing experience, filled with joy, relaxation, and adventure. The changing rules aren't meant to discourage seniors, they're designed to keep everyone safer. But as these new policies roll out in 2026, being informed is more important than ever. If you go in prepared, you'll avoid surprise fees, denied boarding, medical complications, and itinerary issues. You'll be able to relax fully, knowing that you've done everything possible to ensure a smooth vacation. Your cruise should be a celebration of life, not a source of worry. By understanding the new senior rules and making thoughtful choices, you'll set yourself up for the unforgettable journey you deserve. Safe travels, and may every wave bring you peace, joy, and incredible memories.